Our people here are primarily subsistence farmers, which means that the mainstay for livelihoods is agriculture. People were self-sufficient for their food requirements, but today they grow food which is sufficient only for maximum 3 to 4 months.
It's not a question of economics, it's a question of ecological support systems which they have lost. And because there's not enough forest cover close to their homes, they can't get enough fodder from the trees for their livestock, so their livestock has dwindled. And once their livestock dwindles, they don't have enough compost, so they can't do enough. Their farming systems are no longer sustainable.
The Nola is the main source of this drinking for this area. It's Gagas river basin, that side, this only Dusat, there are 115 Nolas we surveyed. Today this is around the 20 is the charging.
We still have the similar amount of rainfall each year, between 1200 millimeter to 1500 millimeter, but that rainfall is not apparently good enough to recharge the groundwater. So why is that happening? What seems to be missing in this whole equation is the tree cover. Once you lose your forest, you've really reduced the entire annual water flow in an ecosystem. And once the water flow reduces, then, as I said, you have severe crisis in the area in terms of food security.
We at Grassroots have devised a holistic mountain development strategy because we realize that in order to improve the quality of life of mountain farming communities, we cannot look at one issue in isolation. If you want to improve the drinking water situation, we also realize that we have to look into sanitation. If we want to improve the fresh vegetal cover on degraded hill slopes, we also realize that we have to look into domestic energy needs, because till we provide an alternative, we will not be able to stop women using firewood as the fuel source.
You have to mobilize the communities from the headwaters to the mouth of Gadera. It's very clear that people are willing to get together. They are getting together, and we feel that's the only way things can change. And if you don't do it in that fashion, right from the upstream to the downstream, then actually it is almost meaningless in terms of renewing the hydrology of that ecosystem.
Without the local people, if we not train them, they can't manage this Gadera. They have the skill, this traditional skill, but this is not enough. We can help them to train them, then they can improve their skills, make some artisans, good artisans. They can improve this livelihood same time. So we need this appropriate technology for this area.
While a whole side of energies are focused in restoring the ecosystem, the other side of it is to actually look at ways and strategies of improving the livelihood and creating fresh livelihood opportunities for the people. And we at Grassroots feel it's two sides of the same coin. This whole ecology and economics, these two things, they go hand in glove, and you can't sort of look at one and not look at the other. I think the problem is so huge that unless we actually try and form a coalition between various stakeholders like the communities, the government departments, maybe the voluntary organizations in the region, it's not going to get resolved, because it's just too huge for any single organization to be able to actually restore our ecosystem within river basins.